Hi, my name's James and you join me here on our glorious reserve in some lovely spring weather. Welcome to another Wildlife Weekly. Following on from last week, we're seeing even more pre-breeding behaviour this week. Lots and lots of birds, particularly the songbirds, are coming out and forming their territories, birds sitting up in very prominent positions to declare an area ahead of the breeding season. And we're seeing this a lot this week, particularly with the thrushes and the finches, and even the robins are really singing away. This is a great time of year to observe the behaviour of the birds, what they're doing. And we've got two really good examples of that. The first is this pair of wood pigeons, and the male here will actually regurgitate food just as he would feed the young, and the female's taking the food off him as part of a pair bonding. Again, this is something we see with the herring gulls as well. And here we can see the birds tapping away, stamping on the ground with their feet very, very quickly. And this is what it's all about. Lovely, lovely worms. And what they're trying to do is imitate the vibrations of rainfall. So when it rains, the vibrations go through the ground and the worms come to the surface. And this is exactly what the birds are trying to mimic. And you can see here, the male, being the bigger bird of the two, will tap away. And when a worm comes up, often he'll pull the worm up and then offer it to the female. Or in some instances, you can see the female just snatches it straight off him. This kind of behaviour is very, very important for them to bond as a pair. So this food passing together only goes on to strengthen their relationship, and it's a lovely thing to observe. Seems some nice behaviour from the peregrine this week. The main concentration of waders we've had this week are golden plover, and we've had around about 2,000 of them. And unusually for a peregrine, they tend to do most of their hunting from above and will stoop down on their prey. But this male actually came down and sat amongst the grass and would let the wading birds settle down, and every now and again would go shooting off very low level and try and catch one that way. Didn't seem overly successful, but was a really interesting bit of behaviour to see. Oyster catchers are our first returning spring migrant, and this week's seen them begin to set up their breeding territories. And you can see here the birds putting their heads down, calling, walking backwards and forwards, are beginning to sort out the pairs and where those birds are going to nest around the site. This week could be the last chance to see many of the birds which have come here for the winter, and we've already seen particularly the numbers of Bewick swans drop very quickly this week, with only 7 birds left on site at the start of this week. We still have a reasonable number of white-fronted geese here at the moment, and it's certainly worth coming to see that species before they begin their 2,500 mile migration back to Arctic Russia, where these birds breed. And this week they've been showing very, very close to the hides and giving us some great views. Well, it looks like we're in for another mixed bag with the weather this week, with sunshine and showers. And if we get some nice clear skies like we've had on a couple of occasions this week, we'll see the last remaining winter birds taking full advantage of that and beginning their migration too. If you've enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends and followers on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and see our website for further details.